hello subscribers and hello to non-subscribers. If you're in that non-subscriber category, do me a favour, take 0.68 seconds out of your life and go and hit the subscribe button for me. It would really be appreciated. Thank you. So, on to this video. So today's video is going to be a little product review because, to be brutally honest, it is Baltic tonight, it's freezing temperatures. This has just passed its MOT, you'll see that in the last video. I'm waiting to do some more stuff on this, I don't have the parts, so I don't really have a repair video to show you. However, I've got a really good video to show you, because this is going to be on a tool that most car guys will probably have. Some car guys might be scared of them, but it's a little tool that helps you deal with the money light, or the check engine light, or the engine management light, or the engine warning light, whatever you want to call it, it's there. And you know when that comes on, if you're trying to sell a car or buy a car, it usually gives you the fear, doesn't it? So this little tool, I'll get a discount code for it, and I'll show you a little Bluetooth tool that you can buy that will help you diagnose any engine management warning lights. Let's take a look. Alright, and this is a tool that I'm talking about. So this is a Xtool AnyScan smart diagnostic system for all makes, all models. Does full vehicle diagnostics, reads and clears DTC codes, does live data streaming, it's got system maintenance and reset. So it does come with an app. You download either off Google Play or App Store, and the device itself, if we open it here, you'll see from the front screen there, it does have a little display. Oh, very nice. Oh, it's pretty chunky. It's rubberized and it's chunky. I like that. What's that? No way. No way! It's got a torch! Hey, that is genius. Because when you're fumbling around underneath the car to find these ports, they can be tricky. That is a good little feature. I didn't know it had that. Anyway, right, okay, that's good. So, I didn't even mean to press that there. I just pressed it. It's a little torch button on the side. On both sides. It's got a little screen, but I'd imagine that will just show battery voltage. So you do need to download the app. So let's go and have a look at that. Alright, so this is the app that you need to look for. It's called Xtool AnyScan. I've just downloaded it there. Only took a few seconds out here. And I'm assuming it goes to landscape in your phone and then you set it up after that. So this device also comes with a little card that's got a serial number underneath my thumb here. And I'm assuming that you type the serial number into the app and it links it to this device so you can start using it via the app. So let's jump into the little Porsche here and we shall see how this works. That is brilliant though, I really like that. That's a cool little feature. That's brilliant. Cool. Okay, so for all my American viewers, this might seem a little weird to you, but the OBD2 ports are usually down here somewhere in cars in the UK, in the right hand drive cars. But in the Porsche's case, it's over here. And my little torch is going to come in supremely handy here, because check this out. Oh, look at that. See that kind of purpley pinky coloured thing? That is the OBD2 port on the Boxster. So, don't know, American viewers, is yours on the driver's side? The steering wheel should be here, obviously. Is yours there? I would assume so. I assume they just put them all on the same side to save manufacturing costs or whatever. So anyway, let's plug this in and we'll then try and link it to the phone. And oh, brilliant. That's so good. Oh, beep. You hear that? And the little display is showing 12.3 volts, which will be the battery sitting. That's alright. I've just taken it a drive, so it should be sitting above 12 thankfully, but that's okay. 12.3. Right, so let's try and link it to our phone. Okay, so when I started it up, it did ask for that serial number that I just keyed in. And then we're presented with this screen. It goes landscape on your phone, which is absolutely fine. And, oh, updates 122. That just popped up there, see that? What will we do first then? I think possibly, it says it's linked there. I'm assuming that means it's linked. But let's just try auto scan. Right, check if the VCI is powered on. Make sure this selected Bluetooth is the same as right, okay, so I need to go out and I'll need to Bluetooth this. So we've got it set to English, Bluetooth, open Bluetooth settings, and I'm assuming it's going to go and look for that little device because it is powered on, because it's showing 12.3. And I think that's what it is there. Ooh! It just beeped. Right, focus, focus, thank you. So that says, aha, and now the little symbol up there has changed to a little Bluetooth symbol. So, let's see auto scan. Let's see what it does. Go, go, go. Scanning, scanning. I'm very sorry, your car's a write-off, sir. Please just scrap it straight away. There's so many unbelievable faults that we just can't even cope. I'm sure it'll be fine. Right, we'll give it a few seconds here. Oh! We're getting beeps over there, do you hear that? Little tool's flashing red and beeping at stuff. Right, we'll come back to it. Let's let this sit for a couple of seconds then. It's obviously doing something. Alright, oh, by the way, I should have said, I've got the ignition set to position 2, so all the lights are on. So now it's come up with, aha, diagnosis for Porsche version 14.2, right, we'll take your word for it. Please wait, the communication is being established. Please make sure to connect VCI and turn on the ignition switch. So we've done that. That's that, basically. And these bits can take a few seconds while it links to the car for the first time. Doesn't matter what device I've got, they seem to take a few seconds. This one is taking... oh, beep. You hear that? Ah, right. This is what we get. So we've got automatic detection or manual selection. We'll go automatic because I don't really know what I'm looking for. I'm just wanting to check everything, so... reading the VIN number. Please wait. Ooh. Failed to read VIN. Do you want to read it again? Select yes or no to enter it manually. Just say yes and try again. Could be this car's a little bit too old for this function. Don't know though. Failed to read VIN. Well, I don't know the VIN number off the top of my head. Dagnammit. Let's go manual selection then, right? That's obviously looking for the make and model and it can't find it. So let's go manual. And we'll go Boxster 986. Do you want to enter the module menu under this model? Yes. Automatic scan. Engine system scanning. Fault 1. It's maybe because we've got the stuff on here, I don't know. Anti-lock braking system scanning. No faults, pass. Airbag scanning. Fault 1. Again, it's probably because we've got the thing on. Air conditioning scanning. Pass. Alarms, fault, yeah. It's probably going to get the car switched on, I'm guessing, because there's no check engine light on this car when you actually start it. This is pretty good though. Seat memory. We ain't got that. So that should come up either a pass or just a non-applicable. Right, okay. So it says alarm system faults 8, but that'll be because we've got the car on and not switched on, I'm guessing. So let me see. DTC list, let's see. What have we got? End of output, terminal voltage, vehicle monitoring. This is pretty good reports though, you know. Central lock switch does not reach the lock position. The right door is closed but not locked. Well, that is true. I don't have the car locked. So I am guessing because these lights are on, that these are on here. So let's just see. Ignition output 1, short circuit to ground. P1341. Let's do a clear all DTCs. Let's let it do its stuff. And then, yeah, that's fine. So let's just turn this off here. Yeah, so there you go. Alarm system, communication failed, we've turned ignition off, but everything else is passed. So I'm guessing, that's really good though, that's really good for this little device, that's excellent. Confirm exit to automatic scan, right? So we do system selection, and we go engine management system, or ECM. It'll probably not work now because I've got the ignition off. Yes, communication failed, right? So put it on now. And we'll try that again. Read DTC. No fault codes detected. Excellent. And then if we go back, go there, there, there. That is really good. Oh, report. I'm guessing I can store all this stuff. What's updates then? Diagnose, right, okay. So the updates are the updates to the actual app, not to the car, thank God. So it's the updates for various different cars. So auto scan is obviously not working in this because of the VIN number, I'd guess, but that doesn't really matter. So what else can we do? Diagnostics. Porsche, you can store your cars, look at that. So I can do that, completed, and it should keep, it does, it keeps my vehicles. So I could do that with the Mustang as well, couldn't I? And just store it in here. See if you're going to look at a used car and, you know, you're limited for space or whatnot, this is an excellent wee thing just to take with you. Porsche, manual selection again, Boxster 986, we've got them, oh, let's see, we've got them all on here. Diagnostic, plus, cancel, oh. Ah, so it's saying Europe, and Porsche is picking that up at least. And then I'm guessing if I plugged it into the Mustang, it would do the Mustang as well. You've got them all here. What you got? KN, McCann, Panorama, Boxster 986, 987, 981, 982. Got 911, 996, 992, Cayman GT4. Oh, they're all here, aren't they? Not a Porsche expert, but I think that's pretty much all the Boxsters taken care of, at least. And you can do system selection again. You can do ABS and see if we've got any faults in the ABS system. Read DTC. No fault codes detected. Exactly what you want to see. Now when you're doing this, I tend to find you get fault codes for airbags and stuff when you've got this on, but as long as your airbag light goes out, which this one does when you start the car, then you're good to go. So if I do this just now and keep my check engine light there, see it? Right there. And my airbag warning is where? Oh goodness, where's it gone? Don't know. ABS is on, sorry. There we go, there's all the lights on. ABS, park and brake, check engine light, everything's on. And not everything goes off because you've got your seatbelt light, the handbrake and the spoiler self-test. The rest are off though. Exactly what you want to see when you're going to look at a used Porsche Boxster 986. Put the park and brake off, that light will go off. Put my seatbelt in, that one will go off, and when we drive, that little self-test will go off for the rear spoiler. So that's exactly what you want. And this code reader has just proven that there's no check engine light codes hiding in case some monstrosity has used black electrical tape and put it over the check engine light. So if you're looking at a car, look and see if that check engine light goes on and then goes off when you actually start the engine. Because I have bought a car in the past where someone has put a little square of black tape, taken the dash out and put a little square of black tape over there, and I didn't notice it until I drove and the sunlight hit it in a particular way, and I was too young and stupid to realise I should have checked for that before. So now when I go for a used car, I always take a code reader, every time. Doesn't matter what I'm buying or what I'm looking at, I always take a code reader, I always plug it in, and I always check for any engine management lights, even if the engine management light goes on and off in the car. I do that by default. And listen, some buyers don't like it. Tough. You know, you're spending money on a car, you're doing a code reader check, it's not going to harm the car, it's not going to do them any harm, and if they're hiding something, that's their fault. You'll find it out by using one of these things. Special function, what's this? I don't know what this is. I don't know whether there's live data that you can do here, or what. So this is at the moment, it's just the pure code reading part of it. It does say it does live data and special functions. HBA, computer, system selection, gearbox, reversing assistant. Got a lot of systems that can read. But how do we do the live function? Is it under special maybe? Right, so what we'll do is we'll start the car. I'll gas myself out in the garage for you, how's that? We'll go special function, what's this? So there's no relevant data, so maybe it can't do the live data on this car. I don't know. Let's try again. Yep. I'm guessing that special function does like oxygen sensor reading or something like that, but I can't seem to get it to work here. Anyway, that doesn't matter. For code reading, that is excellent. It seems to read all the systems in this car. Hold on, I'm gassing myself out in the garage here. Right, so for the code reader functions, that's very good. It reads all the systems in the car and allows you to do a lot more than a cheap 1099 scan tool that will basically just read the engine management light and not any of these things. Right, so if there's any faults in any of these other systems, this will pick it up, and that is really good because the cheaper tools don't. They just tend to read diagnostic trouble codes that are for the engine management system only, and that's it. Alright, so we have changed scenery and we're now in the much more modern, like space age stuff, 2013 Ford Mustang, which of course is a left-hand drive, and the OBD2 port is down here where you'd expect it, and I've connected to it, and unlike the Porsche, the software has picked up the VIN number automatically, which is good, and it's given me the vehicle make and model, the year and the engine size, so this is a lot quicker to connect than it was in the Porsche. Newer car, newer software, probably the reason for it, don't know. Anyway, this is flying through the codes here, and I don't have any engine warning lights on, but I do have my driver's door open, which will probably cause a code. But let's let this go through its stuff here, and it's going to pick up a lot more modules on this car than it did in the older Boxster, which is fine, that's to be expected. When did OBD2 come out? 1996, I believe. So the Boxster's a 99, so it's only a few years into it. Alright, so that's went through its scan. We've got some little weird codes coming up here, but in general everything's passed, all the major stuff. And I can clear all DTCs here, and it'll probably give us a full green report. There we are. Oh, but we got one little fault. Oh, yep. So everything's passing now, which is good. And what we can do again is download that report if we wanted to, or just continue on. But what I want to check here is, so if we go into system selection, you can see all the stuff that we can do code reading on, and I think if I get the engine control module, wherever that sits, we should be able to do some live data tests as well. So if I go into the power control module, the transmission module, I've got a live data button this time we didn't have on the Porsche, and that will be to show hopefully things like your oxygen sensor readings, your NOx sensors, your throttle position sensor, and all of that kind of stuff. Which, yes, indeed it is. Position of accelerator 1, and this will all be nothing right now because the car's switched off. Pressures, brake pressure applied, cylinder head temperature sensors, intake state of camshaft position sensor, no faults, cylinder acceleration value. So we keep it on that, right? And I start the car. You'll see all of them fluctuating, right? Like so. And it should have further down as well things like your oxygen sensor values, so you can tell if you've got a duff oxygen sensor if you can't tell what one it is. Having said that, that would also throw a DTC code at you. There you go, heated oxygen sensor, heater control no fault, heated oxygen gas oxygen sensor bank 1 sensor 2 closed, and you've got oxygen sensor values there but they're not going up and down, so it must be a different one. Fault of injectors 1 to 6, no faults. Monitor of injector power. Lots of good NOx sensors, there they are. Oh, they're coming into play now. So you've got all this stuff which is mass airflow. See that fluctuating up and down as you accelerate? That's pretty cool, isn't it? Mass airflow, there you go. And misfires, absolutely tons. Aha! Heated oxygen gas sensor bank 1 sensor 2 a value. Current exhaust minus whatever that is, 23.44, it's fluctuating as it should do. And then there's bank 2 sensor 2 there as well, so you can tell what sensors at fault and how bad it is. This just keeps going, this list, it's brilliant. We've got absolutely tons of stuff we could look at here. Basically a whole lot of numbers that tell you your car's not running as good as it possibly could. But none of them are bad enough to actual throw up a fault. Speed of the vehicle 0 miles per hour, which is actually correct. We're not doing anything. That is brilliant. That's exactly what I wanted to see. Actuator tests, IPC instrument control panel, live data. Let's see, temperature gauge. So that was one of my previous DTCs. There it's telling you the exact RPMs of your idle, which looks about correct. Yep, that's true, that's working. Pretty good though, eh? And when you read DTCs in this, sometimes it does this and does a reset. If it's this instrument control panel, which is what we're looking at here. What a great bit of tool, what a bit of kit though this is, you know. You can do all of these systems here with it as well. And like I say, if you're I'm going to gas myself out. I've got the top open here in here just to give it a bit more light. I'm actually gassing myself out here. So there we go, and I changed it earlier to show me things in miles as opposed to kilometres, so that is excellent. And my report here now shows me all the Ford USA ones that were just done in the Mustang and all the Porsche ones. Isn't that great? What a great little bit of kit this is. Data playback, don't know what that does. Probably umpteen functions that I don't know how they work. But for me, this does much more than a cheaper code reader, which I'll just show you. Hold on. Right, so this is one of the cheapest code readers you can buy on the web, right? All it does is show you engine DTCs, and that's it. Doesn't do any other system. It's only got 2 buttons on it. Cost me like a tenner or something years and years ago. I'll switch the engine on to the first position and we'll see if this picks up any of those codes. I doubt it very much. Right, so we've got the engine on now. The door's going to beep at me because I've got the, the car's going to beep at me, so I've got the door open, but never mind. And there you go, right? So it says diagnostic trouble code 0, engine management on, no. So according to this, there's nothing wrong with the car because there's no lights showing the dash and it's not picking it up here. But like you see, this is the limitation of this. It only shows you the engine management light. So For the stored codes that we did have in this car, it showed them up on our Xtool. Shut up. It showed them up here. There's a bunch of stored codes, and we could go into every other subsystem of the car and check for codes there. So that's the main difference between that and that, you know. Years ago when I first started looking at used cars, this is what I travelled with. This is what I went to see a car with. After I made the fatal mistake of not using a scanning tool to check a used car, I bought this one first. I've had various other ones throughout the years from various manufacturers, and now we're kind of going towards these ones that are hooking up to your phone, which are really handy. So this is good. I like this. This is very, very handy to have. What I'll do is I'll put a link in the description with a discount code, and you can go and check this out for yourself. This company does various models, not just the one that hooks up to your phone. They do the full Bahuna ones as well. They look at tablets. So go and have a look yourself, but so far this is excellent, especially compared to the older generation of stuff that I started out with years ago. So hit the like button, hit subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video update. Maybe another project car coming soon. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I say that all the time though, don't I? And then one always appears. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.